Good evening, folks. I apologize for the interruption, but my rabbit was just going crazy, and he was just not acting like himself, so I had to take care of him, and I apologize, I had to leave, but now we're going to go to where I left off with, and that was with Brunswick Fire Department, up in, Medina County. Here's Brunswick Fire Department. Here's their start pay, which is $57,376.32. This might be accurate. And then you get 4 years in. This is how much they make at 4 years. That's a pretty decent amount of pay. Then here's your lieutenant gets paid. This is how much he gets. This is how much he makes when he starts in 2022. He or she, depending on what they are. Then here they are at 4 years. Then lieutenant, right here, $96,000. Pretty good amount. Now, on to Cortland Fire Department. Cortland start is there, and top out is there. They're kind of like a full-time department, but they don't really have like a union contract. But then underneath of them is Cumberland Trail Joint Fire District. Firefighter paramedic in 2021, this is their pay right here. Probationary to 2 years. All the way, and then 3 to 4, 5 to 9, 10 plus. Pretty good pay, don't you say? The 3 to 4 years as lieutenant, 5 to 9, then 10 plus. Pretty decent pay. Then 2022, this is how much they make. Same numbers up there, but this is a higher pay. Then lieutenant, this is how much you make. Then 2023, this is how much you make. Same ordeal, but higher pay. There you go. That's how they do it in Cumberland Trail Joint. Then we go to Coshocton Fire Department. There we have it there. Then lieutenant makes there, then captain. Pretty good pay. Not too bad, but some could be better. Then Dayton Fire Department. 48-hour work week to 40-hour work week, depending on what you look at. This is 2020 through 2023. The payroll doesn't even increase, which is sad. I mean, heck, Lancaster makes more than them. Some of these departments that are bigger than some other cities pay more than them. You'd think the others would make more. And then Defiance Fire Department. Here you got all these. Then lieutenant. And then you have captain. And now, then you get Delaware Fire Department. This is a 2-year contract from 2020 to 2021. After, not sure if they got a new contract, but this is what it is. 50-hour to 42 to 40-hour. They make up to 80, 81, and 83 would be their top out. Lieutenant, the start, the top out, start and top out. Captain, start and top out, start and top out. Very interesting how these payrolls work. And then, as before, here's Thorne Township Fire Department down in Piqua County. Actually, I should say over in Piqua County, which is west of me. Step A is that much, which is pretty much your start pay. The step B, which is firefighter, which is that pay. Then you get paramedic through step C, which is that. Then senior firefighter intermediate, which is up to there, which really I don't understand some of that, but I think what I'm starting to get, a senior would be like the length of time you've been there. And there you have it. Top out is $60,455.84. Then Captain, Step A and B, top out is $65,409.28. Then Springfield Township Fire Department, over there in Clark County. EMT Basic, Trainee. Technically, that's all they are, but then they got Paramedic Trainee and everything else. Pretty much you just go down to Shift Supervisor, Lieutenant, then 2022, pretty much all over again. You rope it all down the string. And then, Shawnee Township Fire Department, up in Allen County. You have, here's your entry pay, 1 to 2 for firefighter. EMT paramedic entry, up to 6-year pay, and that's how much you would make on a total basis. Now, captain, he makes it all the way up to here, to 63, from start pay of $54,033 to 76 to $63,040.32. Platoon chief only makes that. Fire prevention, all the way up to $94,362.24. So now, on to our next stop. We have Sandusky Fire Department. You start at step 1, which is $42,000, go all the way down to there, which is $63,822. Lieutenant pay, which is there. Captain, then battalion chief. Battalion chief will pay really good money. Now you got Saybrook Township Fire Department. EMT basic at 1 year down to 20 years and beyond, probably. That's how much you would make. Now, a paramedic start pay is $56,385.12 to 20 years, which is $67,458. Now, in 2022, here's their upgrade pay. Pretty decent on 2022. And then we got Piqua. Piqua Fire Department in Miami County. Here's this one. Slowly but surely, it gets greater. Goes up pretty far. Then in 2022, it gets greater. Now we go to Portsmouth Fire Department. This really hasn't been upgraded, so I'm not really sure. This hasn't been upgraded since 2018, so I'm not really sure if Portsmouth has changed any. But this is their pay grade since 2018. Pay grade 1, 4, 5, 7, 8, 80, which is Fire Marshal, Fire Prevention Officer, which is how much he or she makes. And then Assistant Chief makes that much, which isn't too bad, which is a pretty decent number for some areas. Now, Piqua, if you can remember right, makes a pretty decent amount of money. Now, remember all these numbers I was showing you throughout this entire show here. Now, Oakwood Fire Department, $38,744, and that's Oakwood Village. And now we got Waverly Fire Department in Pike County. $34,529.45. Then they go up one, $35,133.72, then just up a little bit more. Now, Plain Township and Stark County, because there's also Plain Township and Franklin County, I almost said Pickaway. Not really. you go all the way. You got inspector, safety, you got paramedic class 1 and class 2. Then shift commander, which is step 5. Interesting how that works on step 5. Remember these numbers. Now Mount Gilead is part-time, so they really don't make a lot there. $15,335, and Chief sometimes pays a little different. Now Napoleon Fire Department comes in steps as well. I mean, look at how they do their pay there. 2021, you got $40,103.03 to $57,744.84. Then right there to there. Then you got Norwalk Fire Department. You got the EMT basics to EMT. Then you got the paramedics. The basics make that much, and then the paramedics make that much. Now that that's done, on to Steubenville. Steubenville makes a decent amount of money too. Even though that's not very much there. This is back in since 2013. Everybody seemed like it doesn't make a lot, right? Now, this is going on and on and on. 1 to 5 years, 5 to 10. Slowly but surely they get all the way up there, but this is like when from the early stages. The lieutenant mechanic, slowly but surely makes a lot. Then you got captain. Assistant chief makes that much. Pretty decent amount of money. Then you got Sydney Fire Department. Not sure if the pay has risen since, so this is just a guess as well. You got these numbers here from step 1 to step 7. Then lieutenant from step 1 to step 6. Pretty good numbers there, right? Then you got Streetsboro. Not sure if they've updated either, because their contract expired in 2020. Now, Thorne Township is a little different. They're kind of like a part-time department, but they have a union. And they raise. They have a step for each time when they have people spend the night over 24 hours. They actually are a full-time department. Correction, they are a full-time department, but they pay pretty low. But here's their pay. Captain, lieutenant, and that's pretty decent pay, but some pay just isn't worth it. And then you got Tiffin up here, 2021, first year on probation. You got mechanic, lieutenant, captain, then probationary firefighter, firefighter mechanic, lieutenant, then captain. Not too bad a pay. Some rural area fire departments would probably be close to that. Then you got Toledo Fire Department. This is their starting pay. After 20 years, this is what they make. Then in 2022, all that over carries in 2022 for people who have been working there that long. This goes with every fire department I've showed you so far. Then 2023, this is what they make. 2024. Then Barberton Fire Department. Step 1. Just being a firefighter itself is $40,135.68 to $66,618.24. Then you got lieutenant, step 1 through 4. Captain, step 1 through 4, and assistant chief. Almost $100,000 there. Almost 6 figures. Then you got Urbana Fire Department, who steps 1 through 3 are pretty much what the firefighter gets paid, and captain, the firefighter's captain gets paid that much. So, pretty decent amount of pay. Now, Upper Sandusky, this is what they start out at, and this is what a firefighter tops out at in that year. Then they go on, and this is what they top out at in 2022. Now, Courthouse, Washington Courthouse, they start there, end up right there. Now, a lieutenant pays there, and a captain pays there. Kind of different, but it is what it is. Wapakoneta, very complicating, but I'll explain as I walk through. Step 1 through Step 4 is pretty much just a firefighter. EMT Basic is Step 1 through 5. You see the numbers there. Then EMT Advanced is pretty much like an intermediate. Step 1 through 5. EMT Paramedic, Step 1 through 5. Good pay. Captain, right there. Then a Basic. Then Advanced. Then Captain. I mean, it's pretty much all the same what a basic captain would make versus an advanced and a captain paramedic, and just what a normal captain would make if he was just a firefighter. Pretty much all just says what they make. Then same over here in 2022. Same thing goes as I said over there. This is what they make. Very interesting pay, isn't it? I mean, Wapakoneta is a pretty interesting department. Now we got Wellston Fire Department. You got a pretty decent pay there, only up, not really great pay, but $41,563.37. Then Wesson, 2 new hires, depending if you're a basic or a medic. This is what they make. Then year 1, going all the way down. That's what you make in 2021, 2022. This is what you make. Pretty good pay if you're on Wesson. Now, West Licking Joint Fire District, which is north of me in Licking County. This is what you make if you're just a firefighter. Fire Prevention Officer can make up to over $122,030.88 if he works 5 years. Lieutenant can make $89,000. Captain makes $94,000. And Battalion Chief makes $100,000. So, pretty good pay there. Now we have Wilmington. An EMT Basic. We're going to talk about basics, then medics. Literally, all the way through. A 1A is like the start, 1B, then 2A, and then 2B. Wilmington is quite interesting. They go all the way up to $68,000. 1A, this is all 2021. Nothing like 2022. The contract expires this year. Now, if you look at what 1A is, that's more like the first chapter. Excuse me, as I'm having a hard time getting a hold of it here, if it will cooperate. I'm not really sure what 1A or 1B, 2A and 2B, but that's what it said on the union contract. If you want to look at it, it is 3011. Just look up Firefighters Union and type in Wilmington, Ohio Fire Department Union 3011 contract agreement, and go down to the very bottom and you will see what I'm talking about, and then you can try to figure it out yourself. Sometimes it's kind of hard for me to understand some of these things, but as you see, the top out pay would be that. Starting pay is that, depending on what you are. I think 2A is like your pay grade above, and that's like the lower grade. I think it means Firefighter 2, and that's Firefighter 1, I think. I'm not really sure, but I believe that's what it means. Then you got Worcester. Fire Department. 52,000. They started at Class A at 52,000. Class A medic makes that May. Then Class B. And Class B medic. I believe class without that is just a firefighter or a basic. Then then a medic. Then you got lieutenant. Then you got medic captain, the medic, inspector. Pretty good pay. Then Xenia Township Fire Department. There you got the first pay, just like a basic. Then a firefighter, then a lieutenant. Then the same thing in 2022. Then Cardinal Joint Fire District. Here they are in 2021 and 2022. They're 2 basic pays. Okay. Last but not least, Zanesville Fire Department. One of the most interesting departments of them all. Yet, firefighters get paid $44,604. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3, Step 4, Step 5 is what they get. That's this year. Now, down here at the bottom, a basic gets 5% pay, intermediate gets 7% and 10% for a medic. Now, as you see a basic, we'll go to the side here. See where the pay goes down through here? Intermediate, then you have paramedic. That's how it works. Now, 2023, same thing. Here's 2022. Same thing, 47,000, 49, 51. So it gets greater. Then over here is where they start at for 2022. Then 2023. Then 2024 is right here. These numbers right here are 2024. Last numbers here, 2024. And this number here, 2023. Numbers here, 2022 and 2021. With these right here. Now, if you can remember those numbers, I want you to remember one thing. How do the smaller full-time departments compare to the bigger full-time departments? Or just part-time departments in general? They gotta make a living somehow. But when they raise minimum wage to $15, the ones that make only like $38,000 to $41,000 to like $54,000 just may not even be enough, because that's not necessarily $15 if you do the math correctly. Here's how you figure out what their start rate is. Take like the 50 sum and subtract like, multiply, divide it by 15, divided by, there's a lot of stuff you need to do, but there's a 15 and 5. Here's a little thing for you. Just take like 1524, I'm just making this number up. 1535 times 24 times 5 times 15. See what number you get there, because that's part of the math you have to do. Because sometimes they work 5 days a week. Not 5 days a week, but 5 days before they get paid. Then you got to do another time where I did my 2020 calendar year just to try to figure out how to do this. And then you do the math for 20, and then same number, multiply that by 24 again, then multiply by 4, then by 10. And then again, multiply the same number, this time by only 3. Then add those 3 numbers up that you get. Add those 3 answers up, and that should be your number that you get of how much you make all year long. I mean, that's literally what you would get. Well, with that being said, I got things I gotta do. I gotta take care of this little rascally rabbit. And with that being said, hit the like bell, hit the like button, hit the bell. And with that, I'm out of here. Peace.